Hair check, always do the hair check. Hey guys, it's me, Caitlin. Welcome to my channel. I am so excited right now to be filming my first video. Let's get into it. Today, I'm going to be filming for you guys my totally affordable everyday makeup routine. This is a perfect look if you're like me, you're on a budget. Hello, I'm a preschool teacher working on a budget here. Or if you just want something that's really quick and easy to get out the door, if you're going to be super casual, if you're going straight to work, if you're going to go run errands, this is a perfect look for you. So if you're interested in that, keep watching. We're going to start off by priming the face, and today I'm going to be using the Milani Prime Light Face Primer. I love this primer because it's super inexpensive. It's only $10. And this is a strobing primer. I love to put it under my makeup because it gives me a little extra radiance, which I feel like I'm lacking. And this one is also pore minimizing, which I need because I feel like I have very large pores right here in my T-zone. So I'm just gonna take some of that, start smoothing it over the face, and then pressing it in. Next, we're going to go in with foundation, and today I'm going to use one of my favorite drugstore foundations, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I love this foundation. I think it has a similar finish to a lot of the higher end foundations that I use, but this thing is only like $6 at the drugstore. And today I'm going to be using Buff Bisque, shade Buff Bisque. The only downside I would say of this foundation is it does have kind of a funky smell. I'm not super sensitive to that, so I can live with it for the price. Just gonna use my little spatula right here, smooth it on, and buff that out with a damp beauty sponge. This is also super affordable. This is a sponge by Morphe. Let's buff that out. I feel like this foundation offers really great coverage. It's kind of medium coverage, but you can build it up. But it's great for an everyday look because I feel like it comes off really natural and not too full coverage where it looks like you're caking on a ton of makeup. Alright, now that I've really taken my time blending in all of my foundation, we're going to go in with concealer. And today I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I live for this concealer. It's got a really easy sponge tip applicator, so I just go in right on my under eyes first where I have a lot of darkness. And I'm also, when I blend this, going to bring some up onto my eyelids because I have a lot of discoloration there, and blend that over top. I'm also going to take some of this right down the bridge of my nose, on my Cupid's bow, especially around the corner of my nose right here. I have a lot of hormonal redness. It's pretty common for women, but mine is especially red, so I always bring a little concealer there, and right here on my chin. Any excess I have left over when I'm blending out my nose, I'll bring up onto my forehead. When I'm doing a more glam look, I'll usually put a lot more concealer on my forehead, but when I'm going for more of an everyday thing, I feel like it's really easy for my skin type to get cakey on the forehead, so I'm just gonna blend out whatever's left from my nose on the forehead and not add any extra product there. Next, I'm gonna set down all that concealer with a little bit of pressed powder, and today I'm gonna be using the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. This one is in shade Sandstorm. And this powder is extremely inexpensive. It usually only runs about $4, and I love it just to set my concealer really quickly. I like this concealer because it adds a little bit of extra coverage. It does keep these areas nice and in place where I've set down the concealer. On days where I'm going more glam, I definitely will set my whole face with powder. But when I'm going for the natural look, once again, I don't want too much product on my face, so I'm gonna avoid that by only powdering the areas where I put down concealer. Next, we're gonna go on to my favorite step, and for my favorite step, we're gonna use my favorite bronzer of all time. We are going in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Guys, This is my #1 favorite. High-end drugstore butter bronzer is the best. This is only about $10 and it has such a great finish. It's not totally matte. It does have a nice sheen to it, and oh, it smells like the beach. It smells like vacation. So on days where I'm off to work and longing for a vacation, just throw on some butter bronzer and move on with your life, because vacation ain't coming for a while. I'm just gonna place this right under my cheekbones to contour a little bit, and then around the perimeters of my face. See how it has just a little bit of a sheeny glow? I love that. All right, now to add a little bit of extra flush to the face, I'm gonna be going in with some blush. Today I'm gonna be using a Burt's Bees blush. This is in the shade Toasted Cinnamon, and I love this shade. It's more of a nudie kind of color. It's not super pink, it's not super peach, and I love it for an everyday look because it looks a little more natural than a super bright blush. I'm just gonna dip my brush in. To be honest, blush is a step that I skip also a lot of days that I do a natural look, but I did want to share with you guys a blush that I will use if I do want to add a little extra color for an everyday look. All right, now for one of the most fun steps of doing your makeup every day, we're gonna move on to highlight. The highlight I wanna share with y'all today is not a drugstore highlight, but it's still really affordable. It's only about $8, and this is by ColourPop. It's one of their Super Shock cheek colors, and this is in the shade On the Cusp. It's kind of a creamier formula, which I really like for an everyday look because I feel like it really sinks into the skin and looks a little more natural than a powder highlight. So I just put a little here on my finger. I'm gonna dab this first across my cheekbones on the top here. And I am gonna bring it up around the corner of my eye and my eyebrow a little bit. And I'm just tapping until I feel like that's blended and looks really seamless and really shiny and blinding. I'm also gonna take a little bit right here on the tip of my nose and a little bit down the bridge, just like that. And of course on my Cupid's bow here. I also like to do a little on the chin to bring some life back and some fun right there. Some people think that makes you look like you just ate a big old greasy chicken, but I'm about it. And I like to add a little bit right above the brow. As you can see, I do often go in with my beauty sponge as well and just tap right over that and help really press that into the skin. But I feel like that cream really just leaves the most natural, pretty, but still blinding highlight to the face. All right, we're ready to move on to eyes. And for me, when I'm doing an everyday look, I want something really simple, really natural looking. So instead of going in with an eyeshadow today, we're gonna go right back in with that Physicians Formula butter bronzer that we used on our face. I'm just gonna take this bronzer and a very fluffy crease brush like this one from Morphe. It's the Morphe M573. I'm dipping that right here into my pan, tapping it off, and I'm just gonna blend that right through the crease of the eye. You don't have to be super precise with this step. We're just adding a little dimension and a little life back into the eyes so they don't look flat. So you can really get this everywhere. After I've run that through my crease, I also like to take the exact same color and run it right under my lower lash line. I don't really like having a totally blank lower lash line if I have anything on my upper lid, so I'm just going to take that exact same bronzer, same brush, and run a little right under my lashes. Making the required crazy face that you do with anything on your lower lash line. Alright, As you can see, it's very subtle but natural and really pretty looking, and really helps the eyes pop back out so everything's not looking quite so flat. After I've put that bronzer in my crease under my lash line, I'm going to add a little bit of an inner corner highlight because it's a step I never ever skip. Even if I'm barely wearing anything, if I have any highlight on my face, I like to bring it into the inner corner as well because it really brings some life back to the eyes. So I'm just dipping my pinky in that same ColourPop highlighter and placing that right on the inner corner here. Once again, not trying to be crazy precise, just gently tapping that into the inner corner. And already I feel like my face looks brighter, livelier, happier, shinier, just better. Time to move on to some mascara, and today we're going to be using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. When this mascara came out, the internet blew up. Everyone was in love with it. I tried it out and I was like, I don't really see the big deal. Put it on my eyes, wasn't in love with it, and then I realized I'd bought the waterproof one. Not what I was looking for. Once I bought the regular formula, I love this stuff. Very black, very volumizing. And now moving on to the lower lashes, my absolute least favorite part of doing my makeup. So stressful to me. All right, now that we have mascara on, it's time to move on to some lipsticks. So today we're going to be using a lipstick by Flower Beauty. This is actually Drew Barrymore's makeup line. You can find this at Walmart, and this lipstick is only about $8. And this is in the shade, let's see, Spiced Petal. I love this color because I like to wear a nude, obviously, on a day where I'm going for a natural look, and this nude is pretty close to my normal lip color. We're down to our last step, and that is to set our face. So today I'm going to be using the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. This stuff will lock your makeup in for good. Ain't nothing going to be getting this off of you during the day. So let's spray. And that is the finished look, you guys. I hope you like it. I hope this feels really easy to recreate for you. All of these products were under about $10, super affordable and easy to pick up at your local drugstore. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today. Thank you for supporting me and being here. Please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, comment down below and let me know what videos you'd like to see next. I can't wait to see you guys again soon. Bye guys. I am sweating my butt off. Pull the freeze. What is this hair? Be gone.